Hello and welcome to video 2 in the video series 7 Mistakes Website Owners Make and How to Avoid Them. My name is Chanel Polk. I'm a freelance writer, editor, and proofreader with a background in journalism. For the past few years, I have been helping website owners and brick and mortar business owners enhance their presence on the internet. And so what I'd like to do is walk you through mistake number 2 that website owners and blog owners make when it comes to their website. And that mistake is they don't monitor their analytics. So here I'm on the analytics page of my blogger account for my blog, Forever Natural Hair. So for those of you that don't know, I blog about natural hair for African American women. I experienced hair loss several years ago, and I learned how to regrow my hair naturally using all natural hair techniques, oils, and things like that. And I began to blog about it. And so what I want to do, let me tell you, I learned so much as a result of this little blog here. And all of that I'm sharing with you guys in this video series and more. So what I want to talk to you about are the analytics for Forever Natural Hair and why looking at and monitoring the analytics for your blog or website is of the utmost importance to the success of your website or of your blog. Why don't website owners, blog owners um, monitor their analytics? Well, a lot of them, there are several reasons. They don't have time. For the people that I've assisted, either with web design or content generation, that sort of thing, they just don't have time. They're business owners, and they do not have time. They're in the business of running their business, and they are handling projects, they're working with clients, they're doing all sorts of stuff. And sitting behind a computer and looking at what all of these statistics mean is something that really they don't have time to do. Also, a lot of people do not know what the stats mean. So they're looking at numbers, they're looking at percentages, different names of things, and they don't know what that means. So they say, you know what? I don't know, so I'm just not even going to bother with it. And that's the problem. So here we're going to talk about why you should monitor your analytics. So let's take a look at Forever Natural Hair's stats. So we're going to go over here and click on the overview. So it tells you basically everything there is to know about what's going on with the content that's on your website. And just to stop for a second, you're going to hear some background noise on my videos. We go through the series. I work from home. And so I live in Chicago on the north side. Shout out to Chi-Town. And I live very close to the Red Line tracks on the north side. So please, please, please excuse the background noise. Okay, back to the matter at hand. So let's look at stats where we're at March 8th through March 15th, 2017. So we're going to look at page views. What page views are the number of times people have clicked on content and they read it. They may have read it for 2 seconds. They might have read it for 10 minutes. But it's every time that piece of content was clicked on and virtually read by someone. So today I have 122 page views. Yesterday 203 for the entire 30-day period, over 4,000, and for the life of the blog, we're looking at over 100,000 page views. And all of this is important because it tells you people are visiting. People are looking at what you have to offer. Pardon me real quick. So we're just going to close that out and go back to our statistics here. Now this is Blogger, which is a free platform that hosts my blog. I am not going to get into whether it's good to do free or to pay for a service. We're just talking about analytics for the purpose of our discussion today. So The same thing applies whether you are hosted on WordPress, Wix, Weebly, um, or pretty much any other one. They all have analytics, and you want to find either statistics or it will say analytics, and you want to click on that so you know how the content on your website or blog is performing. Are people clicking on your contact page? Are people clicking on your blog posts? Are they reading them? Are they popular? Are they being well received? These are things you want to know. And so we'll get into that a little bit in a minute. So for this time frame that I listed here, March 8th through March 15th, we can take a look at which blog posts were read most in order from greatest page views to least. So we have product reviews at the top on down. Here you can look at traffic sources, and you can see that most, well, here's the thing. Traffic sources is important because it tells us where we're getting visitors from. So for the most part, my visitors are finding me on Google. So they're finding me through internet search results. They're typing in keywords, a query or a question into Google, and they're doing a search, and that's how they're finding forevernaturalhair.com, which is good to know. Okay, so moving forward, I'm going to click on posts here so we can get a better view of what blog posts are performing well. So it places them in order from most views to least views for this time frame. If we scroll down, it tells us how the pages are performing. So the pages are the little tabs at the top of my blog that show here. The pages are the ones that are listed here. They give a little information, background information about how to contact me, guidelines for submissions if you want to advertise, want to visit my store, all these sorts of things. So those are the pages. And these are the analytics for those pages down there. So about has been clicked on or viewed 6 times. My natural hair website directory, which is directory of as many natural hair websites I can find that provide more information than my blog does. That's been viewed 4 times. And contact has been viewed 3 times. And underneath, those are the dates that I created the pages. Let's see. So we're looking at traffic sources. It gives you a breakdown of all of the traffic sources. Well, you know what? I won't say all of them, but the top traffic sources on Blogger. It gives you a little bit of information. There are ways to get more detailed information. I'll show you that in a second. Let's see. And so I love this. This gives me my page view by country. It gives you your demographics. It doesn't give you a breakdown by age range and all that. Like I said, there are other sources that give you more detailed information, which I'm going to go through in a second. But let's take a look at this. Most of my page views, most of my readers, okay, come from the United States. So in this time period, I had 248 page views from the United States. Why are page views important? So let's say this were different. So my number 2 is France with 125. But let's say most of my page views came from France. How would that alter my my content strategy? Okay, if my blog is more popular with French people, then I would want to find information that's relevant to them and put that at the forefront of my blog. Okay, that's why analytics are important, because it tells us who our audience is, and it gives us a way to try to figure out how we can best cater to our readers and our audience, our customers, this sort of thing. So breaking it on down, I got 92 page views from Ukraine, 61 from Germany, 57 from the Netherlands, 45 from Romania, 21 from Dominican Republic. It always fascinates me who reads my blog, because it's not always people you would suspect. So you want to keep an open mind when it comes to creating content for your blog. And you want to look at the analytics, because the analytics do not lie. Okay, so moving forward, I want to go back to posts. So the analytics for the posts, it's crucial. It's very vitally important. And so I want to give you a story here that kind of highlights what I'm trying to tell you here. I like traditional not African American, but traditional African hairstyles. I'm talking about tribes from way back when. And so occasionally I'll post a blog post that kind of highlights those hairstyles. Well, that blog post has been viewed 116 times. Okay. But if we scroll down, we can see that a product review of Hair La Vie by Lemuse Beauty has been viewed over 1,000 times. Okay, so if I'm smart, I'll say, you know what? Although I, as the website owner, blog owner, whatever you are, so I want you to think about this also. I like this topic and I think it's interesting, but apparently readers don't, because it's only been viewed 116 times. But if I look right here, I say, you know what? The numbers don't lie. People want to know what products to use that work best for their hair. And so if I'm aware of what people really like, then I say, you know what? I need to create more product reviews based on the numbers, based on the analytics. So let me take you to one of my best performing blog posts here. And it's actually the very first blog post that I wrote. It has been viewed over 5,000 times. And I was sitting up one night about 1 in the morning. And I said, you know what? Please forgive the sirens in the background. And so it's Chicago, y'all. And I also live near the fire station, so please forgive me. So I said, you know what? I can write about what has happened with my hair too. I can improve, help people learn how to improve the health and quality of their hair also. And so it's not a product review or anything, but it's personal. It tells my story. And so that's what's here. How I came to embrace naturalness and love my natural hair. And long story short, I fell in love with my natural hair, and that's me there, because of styling my son's hair. And my son, who was an infant he wasn't an infant, he was about two or three at the time. He got compliments everywhere he went on his little afro. And so I learned how to moisturize. I learned how to seal in moisture with natural oils. And I said, you know what? I can do this to my hair too. And pretty much this is what the story tells. And today, this is one of the best performing blog posts on my blog. So just to say that personal stories, and because of that, I tend toward personal stories on my blog. Several writers have contributed to my blog over the years, and it's their personal stories about how they've come through dealing with scalp psoriasis or age-related hair loss that have been some of the best read blog posts on my blog. But why did I choose that? Why did I create that strategy? It's all because of the numbers. It's because of the analytics. Because I saw, looking at this, that these were things that people wanted to hear more about. Let's see. One of the other really well-performing blog posts is a review of Jamaican mango and lime transition natural product. And that does incredibly well for me. That's been viewed over 4,000 times. And so, people want to know, what products do I use to really protect my hair, And, that these are the things you want to pay attention to. You're going to have some duds, but you want to pay attention to what performs best and give people what they want. So that's why the analytics are so important. If you want to dig deeper into analytics for your website or blog, you can create a Google Analytics account. So if you have a Google account already, it's very, very, very easy to set up a Google Analytics account. What you'll need to do is place a little bit of code on your website or blog, and then it will track everything about what happens on your website, what happens on your blog. So this is the page for the analytics for forevernaturalhair.com. So what you're looking at is a screen that shows what's happening in real time. So it will show you if you had any page visitors right now. If you have any visitors to your website, it will show you. It will tell you how long they've been on there. Top referrals. It'll give you information about the source, where people are finding your website, whether it be Facebook, whether it be a Google search or a Bing search or Yahoo search. It'll give you all that information there. Here, also, it'll list your top active pages. So if people are coming through your home page first, you'll see that. Now, Blogger blogs are set up in an interesting way. So a lot of the analytics kind of pops up differently here. But if you have a website, it'll list your top active pages here, top social traffic, top keywords that people typed into a search engine to find your website or blog. You'll see all of that here. And it goes very in deep. If we look in depth, if we look here, you can look at traffic sources, where people live. You can check out your demographics. You can do all sorts of stuff. And so this is absolutely free. And that's why I love it also, because everybody has access to it. And like I said, you put a little piece of code on your website, and it gives you some very in-depth information about, what's popular on your website, how people are interacting with your blog posts, with your content, with your pages, how long are they on your website. All of this information, your analytics, is important because it can help you shape your content strategy, what you write about, and why. So, with all that said, that's it for mistake number 2 in 7 mistakes website owners make and how to avoid them. Is that the mistake is they don't monitor their analytics. And here I just want to walk you through why monitoring analytics is so important to the effectiveness and the health of your website or blog. So once again, my name is Chanel Polk. If you have any questions, any comments, I'd love to hear from you. You can leave comments down below, or you can go to my website, ChanelPolk.com, and just click on that Contact Chanel tab and enter your question. Click Submit, and I'll contact you with a response as soon as I can. Thanks a lot for watching.